Hey guys, we're here from Black Widow Woodworks. Today we're sitting in Mike Fulton's shop, the MF Woodshop. We've got Bob Blandford from RJB Woodturner and Guy from Guys Woodshop. We're all here doing a collaboration. We're all going to make a single shop project and draw everybody's name and make a project for them. Stick around and we'll show you what everybody comes up with.
All right, we got 4 playing cards down here, names on the back of the cards. Somebody's going to draw a card, and whoever name goes with, it corresponds with one of the lists that's on the table here.
Back here at the cards.
Easy.
Careful where you're reaching, Bob.
So we commenced in drawing. Bob was the first up to draw, and he drew Guy's name. Guy drew Bob's name, and it was pretty simple from there on out. I had Mike, and Mike was going to make my project. So we grabbed the list and decided what project on that person's list we were going to build for him. Mike had a pretty comprehensive list, but I ended up landing on number 5, the Wedgie Sled, to build for this project. I started the project off with some 3/4 inch plywood. I needed a rough dimension of 12 inches by 14 inches on my main panel. The next 2 pieces that I cut out were the arms that would sit on top of the Wedgie Sled and make up your angles for cutting the segments at 2 inches wide and 12 inches long. With all my pieces cut out, it was time to lay out the Wedgie Sled. I made one mark at 6 inches, which was the midway point on the panel, and then marked another section at 4 inches and another at 8. These would make up my reference lines for where I draw all my holes and make all my next cuts. With those 3 lines in place, I measured up 1 inch and placed a little tick mark to where I would drill out 2 1/4 inch holes. Those 2 initial holes drilled out, I moved on to the arms. I taped them together so I wouldn't have to drill multiple holes in multiple different pieces, and I can assure that I'd get a straight through hole every time. Next was marking out for my points to drill for the bolts. I made 1 mark at 4 inch and 1 mark at 1 inch from each respective side. Took it over to the drill press and then drilled through both of the arms. After the holes were made, I cut through the tape with a knife, separated them, and then attached them to the main panel of the Wedgie Sled for some further layout. The next lines I had to draw were my stopping points for the router. I used a protractor, set it to 30 degrees, and lined it up on the arm. I then marked a line and repeated the same process on the opposing arm so that I had a total angle of 60 degrees between the 2 arms. With my positions marked, it was just a matter of connecting the lines using the circle cutting jig. It would give me a consistent arc for the bolts that attached the arms to the top of the sled. I took multiple light passes until the router cut all the way through the sled. After both the slots were cut, I took a 3/4 inch bit to cut a recess for the head of the bolt and a washer so the sled would sit flush with the table saw whenever it was in place. Right before final assembly, I gave everything just a light sanding. Put in all the bolts, washers, and attached everything with wing nuts. The last step of the project was to add a hardwood run to the bottom of the sled, and this project was complete.
Well guys, thanks for sticking around for the build of the Wedgie Sled. It's made to cut out segments for segmented turning. I hope Mike enjoys it and puts it to good use in some of his future projects. Again, it was a great day hanging out at the MF Woodshop with Bob over at RJB Woodturner and Guy at Guys Woodshop. Check those guys out. I'll leave their links in the description box below. We'll see you next week with another project video.